Time for Motivational Monday. Come on, somebody. Super fired up, man. It's the first Motivational Monday of the year. Told you guys last week, kind of, talk about some goals and, different things. As you already know, every first Monday of every single month, I do an interview. Just people that I have networked with or have spent, time with, or I see them, grinding and everything like that. And so I'm super excited to go live with my man. He's going to be joining in just a second. There he is.
What's up, man?
The man, the myth, the legend, Justin Danz. I'm going to give you a little intro. So, man, I'll never forget, man, the time where we first met. Man, this guy was coming over from the health and fitness industry to come work for Verizon, aka Victor. And they were like, "Hey, you got to go check out Jahai. He's been doing this thing for quite some time, and learn some things from him." And man, I was learning stuff from you. I was supposed to be training you on some ops and stuff like that, and I was over there getting my whole team fired up because this dude just exudes confidence and, man, just salesmanship. And man, I remember you talking about the one clothes. It was the doctor's clothes, the prescription clothes,
selling, yeah.
Prescription selling.
Yeah.
And I've always used that in so many, situations. But man, I'm just super fired up, man, to have you on. Man, thank you for your time. I know you're a busy guy. This man works for Verizon. He's running 2 districts right now, over in the greater Sacramento area and then
Central Valley and the Sierra Foothills, basically.
Yeah, basically. Cool, man. So anyways, obviously it's a new year, and I just figured, first question I want to have you tackle is, man, how do you prepare for a new year, right? I mean, this happens every single year. We gotta have things restart, man, goals, visions, like all this stuff. Like, how do you prepare, for a new year?
Yeah, man, that's a good question, man. And I can't say, I can say every year I'm figuring it out more and more. So I can't say I have all the answers, but I feel like I've learned from years in the past. And, I kind of jumped into your last week's Monday session, and I kind of heard you talking about, self-reflection and, kind of making sure that you're getting your thoughts organized. And I think that if I were to give any advice to anyone, I just kind of said it, man. Like, first off, you got to be organized, right? Like, when we look at our jobs and our daily lives and the things that we are organized in, like, I have to stay organized in my job or else I don't have a job. But when we look at our lives, man, there's so many things that we don't do in our regular lives that we do in our careers and our jobs because we're held accountable to doing it, right? There's someone that's holding us accountable to.
Oh, that's good.
So, like, for instance, I share my Outlook calendar with my boss all the time, so he knows where I'm at what time and stuff like that. But no one's checking my Outlook calendar for my personal life, right? Ooh. So I think it's just, it's getting in the mental mindset of, man, there needs to be some accountability. You need to be your own boss, and whatever accountability you can put in place with, sharing your goals with people, putting them on paper, that's all self-accountability, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think just kind of starting from square one when, we just finished a year. I don't know about you guys. It was a crazy, crazy busy year for me. There was a lot of change in my company, a lot of change in my life. I had, my second son. We were going on our second year as being homeowners. And if you're a homeowner, you know that there's just a million things that come up that, financial burdens with your home and stuff like that. So I think step one is self-reflection and really looking back at the year and saying, what did I do right and what did I do wrong? And, unfortunately, we kind of lean towards more of the disappointing things. And I think you kind of mentioned this last week. Yeah. Unfortunately, we think a lot of the times about, man, what did we not do? Like, man, I'm still out of shape, or man, I still don't have the money in my savings I wanted to, or man, me and my wife are still fighting, and, we still don't have that strong relationship. But I think when we reflect, I think, you need to be positive, right? There's a lot of things that we've all done right. And we've had conversations about, kind of the obstacles you've faced and how you've just found positive in everything, right? And you know, I'm same way, man. There's things I didn't accomplish last year, but then there's a lot of things I can really just hang my hat on, and I can really be happy and thankful and blessed for that, you know, that they went the way they did. So after you've really done that and just kind of dug deep into, hey, what did I do? What did I accomplish? And then, yeah, you can obviously acknowledge the fact that we may have not done some things we said we were. I think getting things down on paper is step one for having your goals set for the new year. And I know, you know, we talk about, you mentioned SMART goals, right, last week. And I think, you know, if you don't know what SMART goals are, first off, you know, you look it up on Google. I think just about every industry uses it. You know, it stands for specific, meaningful, attractive, realistic, and timely, right? And so, like, if you just kind of follow that format, and what that means is, you know, don't just say something without some action behind it. I can't say, you know, this year I'm going to get in shape. Like, but what does that mean, right? Because getting in shape for myself and getting in shape for you is two different things. Getting in shape for me may mean building muscle. Getting in shape for you may mean losing weight, even though you don't got an ounce of fat on you. But
You're right.
you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But you know, we got to be specific, and then we got to put some actions behind it. So, like, I'll give you an example. So, some of my goals, and I haven't gotten down to a lot of the action portion of it yet. That will happen this month. But so I would like to finish a leadership book once a quarter. So that's 4, and that's extremely obtainable with being a father of 2 kids. There's not a ton of time I have for myself, but I feel like, you know, I'll feel pretty accomplished if I complete, you know, 4 leadership books, 1 per quarter. And I can't just say 4 leadership books, right? Because then I'll be lazy and I'll wait till the 4th quarter and I'll try to cram 4 into 1 quarter and I won't do it. So 1 per quarter is really where I want to be. You know, that's professionally. Professionally, I would like to get promoted this year. You know, that's been a goal that I've had kind of my eyes on for a really long time. When it comes to my relationship, you know, when you have kids, things get busy. Me and my wife, we want to make it a point to once a month have a date night, just us 2, no kids, and just really like focus on ourselves and you know, really just focusing on talking about ourselves, not talking about the kids, not talking about work, just talking about us and how we're going to better ourselves. Some other ones is obviously health goals. 4 months out of this year, so you know, 1 month out of the quarter, out of each quarter. I'd like to work out consistently 3 times a week. So I feel like that's, you know, that's a measurable goal. I'll know whether I'm on track or not with that. I'm trying to think of the other one. I have them written down. I don't want to get off this screen, but that'll just kind of give you a brief example of what my goals are. So what me and my wife have kind of said is, you know, she's going to have